The Prophet ﷺ said what? يسلم الراكب على الماشي والماشي على القاعد. Right? The meaning of the hadith: the one who is standing gives salam to the one who is sitting, and the one who is walking, who is riding, gives salam to the one who is walking. Okay. الحمد لله رب العالمين وأفضل الصلاة وأتم التسليم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وعملا متقبلا يا أرحم الراحمين. Oh Allah, teach us what benefit us, increase us in knowledge, in good morals, and in good deeds, Ya Rabbil Alameen. So we are continuing by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's blessings in explaining the narration of Imam Shu'bah bin Ayyash radiyallahu anhu wa ardah wa rahimahullah. And we are in the second halqa of, or the second lecture or dars on his usool. And last time we said, what was the first asl or word we took for Shu'bah in which he differs from Hafiz?
Ra'uf.
Ra'ufun. How
Ra'uf.
is it?
Ra'ufun.
Ra'ufun. And the second rule we took was about what? Sakit and idraj. What is idraj, ya Sheikh Nabil?
Idraj was connection.
Idraj is the opposite of sakit, means connecting without sakit.
Yeah.
The 4 wajib saktat for Hafs. The 4 wajib saktat for Hafs. Shu'bah doesn't stop on them, doesn't make sakit on them, right? Doesn't make sakit on them. So Shu'bah, for example, if he connects, when you're reading in Shu'bah, if you connect iwaja with qayyima, what should you do, ya Sheikh Mustafa? Sheikh Mustafa.
Sorry, Sheikh, it lagged off a little bit. Can you repeat that again one more time?
How do you connect iwaja with qayyima? If you're connecting, what do you do in Shu'bah?
عوجا قيما لينذر.
عوجا قيما. So you're going to apply إخفاء. And if you're reading مرقدنا هذا, how do you read it, يا شيخ عبد المعز?
من مرقدنا هذا ما وعد الرحمن. Sorry?
Shu'bah.
Oh,
What does Shu'bah do here? No second. We said no second.
no second.
In the 4 mandatory saktat for Hafs, Shu'bah doesn't make sakt in them. So how does he read this one?
من مرقدنا هذا.
How does he read Man Raq, ya Sheikh Nabil?
Marraq.
Marraq. Marraq. How does he read Marrana? Who knows?
برانة.
No.
Barrana.
No.
Balrana.
Rahim.
Okay, لا بران.
How
بران.
does he read it? Ibrahim.
I don't know, Sheikh.
We said he doesn't make second. So he's going to connect. How do you connect?
Rana.
Hey,
Darrana.
Mustafa.
كلا بران.
Here we're missing something. He makes imala for the ra. He makes imala for the ra. So he would say كلا برينا برينا. And remember, whenever we make imala for the ra will be heavy, right?
Will be
Huh?
in the middle.
Will be light. So do we say majuriha, majuriha? No. Whenever you have imala for the ra will be light. Majri, re, majriha. Same thing here. Barrina, barrina. كلا برين على قلوبهم. Okay, so these are the 4 saktat that are mandatory for Hafs. Shu'bah doesn't make them. What does that mean? Since he did not mention anything else, this means Shu'bah agrees with Hafs in the other optional saktat. Is that clear, guys? Is that clear? What are the 2 optional saktat for Hafs? The first one, connection between Al-Anfal and Tawbah, right? When you connect Al-Anfal to Tawbah, you have how many options in Hafs? Either connect both of them, right? Or cut both of them without Basmala, or make sect, connect them with sect, right? Inna Allah bi kulli shay'in alim, bara'atun min Allah. So second. Shu'bah has also same thing. He has the 3 ways also. Okay, guys? So since we did not mention that in here in the Usoul, this means he agrees with Hafs. Where is the other optional sect for Hafs?
حق. سورة حق.
Surah Haqqa.
مالية هلك.
أغنى عني مالية هلك. So he makes either idgham when he connects these 2 ayat or sect. ما أغنى عني مالية هلك عني سلطانية. Okay, so Shu'bah does the same. Okay, Shu'bah does the same, either sakit or idgham. Any questions so far? So we have to know that between Anfal and Bara'a, we have 3 ways for all Qurra. For all Qurra, Waqf, Sakit, Wasl. Waqf, Sakit, Wasl. Between Anfal and Tawbah. And also when we talk about Basmala, remember that also the only way that is not allowed in Basmala is what? Is what? Who knows? The only way that is not allowed in Basmala. What is it? Huh? The only way you can connect Basmala with the end of the first surah and the beginning of the second surah, right? That's one way. And you can cut both of them. That's a second way. And the third way, you can stop on the first surah and connect the Basmala to the beginning of the second surah. These are 3 ways. The fourth way, which is not permissible, is what? To connect the Basmala with the first surah and to cut it from the second. For example, you're reading وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ بِسْمِ اللَّهِ الرَّحْمَنِ الرَّحِيمِ قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ. That's not allowed. Every other way is allowed. Is that clear, guys? That's for all Qurra. And connection between Anfal and Tawbah for between Anfal and Tawbah for between Anfal and Tawbah for all Qurra also Waqf, Sakit, Wasl. Any question before we move on? So these are, so far we got how many? Just 2 usul in which Shu'bah differs from Hafs, right? In which Shu'bah differs from Hafs. The first one, Ra'ufun. Second one, Idraj of the 4 wajib saktat. That's all what we took so far. And I want you to learn them and pay attention to them. Before we move on to number 3, read for me, let's read the Maliya Halaka. Let me hear from you the second there. Yalla, start, ya Mustafa.
ما أغنى عني مالية هلك عني.
Yalla, Nabil.
ما أغنى عني مالية هلك
You took a breath.
عني.
I caught you. I caught you. You took
No,
a
I didn't take a breath.
You did.
Okay. ما أغنى عني مالية هلك عني.
ماشي. يلا يا شيخ عبد المعز.
ما أغنى عني ماليه هلك عني
So the more.
سلطان
I don't know if it's the sound or you didn't make it clear. ماليه.
ماليه هلك عني.
يلا يا شيخ إبراهيم.
ما أغنى عني ماليه هلك عني.
A little bit shorter.
ما أغنى عني ماليه هلك عني.
Any question, guys? Okay, number 3. So what's the book we're reading from, ya Mustafa? What's the book we're
we are reading from Usoul أحسن الشعبة في قراءة أحسن الصحبة في قراءة الشعبة.
أحسن الشعبة في قراءة صحبة.
أنا أحسن الصحبة في قراءة الشعبة.
أحسن صحبة في رواية شعبة. شعبة is رواية not قراءة, right?
رواية.
أحسن صحبة في رواية شعبة. By who, who's the author, يا شيخ نبيل? شيخ
شيخ توفيق ضمربي.
ضمرة. شيخ توفيق
ضمرة. Okay.
ضمرة.
ضمرة.
شيخ توفيق ضمرة. You have to know the book that you're studying. Now, number 3, and I'm also referencing for you, getting also for you from Sheikh from Al-Riyash لرواية شعبة بن عياش by Sheikh Muhammad Hussein Nabhan Masri. Okay, that's the other book we're also depending on, and also I'm going back to Tasheel also to make sure there are no differences. Okay, number 3 we have al-idgham. The third asl, Muhammad Nabhan Hussein Masri. Muhammad Nabhan Hussein Masri. Number 3, as you can see here, al-idgham. Al-idgham. Al-idgham, number 1, أدغم الذال في التاء. إدغام الذال في التاء. He made إدغام for the ذال in the تاء. He merged the ذال into the تاء. في كلمة اتخذت and أخذت. اتخذت and أخذت. Add أخذت. As you can see here in the line by Imam Shatibi Rahimahullah Ta'ala. اتخذتم أخذتم. So اتخذت and أخذت. اتخذت and أخذت. Both of them. اتخذت and أخذت. What does he do? He makes idgham for the dal in the ta. What does that mean? When do we make idgham? When do we make idgham? What's the condition for idgham?
Noon as-sakin or tanween followed by.
No, the general idgham.
Oh, the general idgham.
We mentioned this today, yesterday in Jazariya, right? Or
drop the first letter, stress the second.
What's the other definition? That first letter should have what?
Noon sakin or tanween.
No. We're saying the general idgham. The general idgham. It has to have sukoon, right?
Sukoon.
Always remember, guys. In idgham, always the first letter must have what?
Sukoon.
Sukoon. And this is why we said you drop the sakin, stress the mutaharrik. Or drop the first, stress the second. Drop the first, stress the second. Drop the sakin, stress the mutaharrik. Got it? There is one type of idgham, it's called al-idgham al-kabir, the major idgham, where even though the first letter doesn't have sukoon, still we make idgham, but that's only for a Susi narration. Okay? Where he says, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin. Okay? So aside from that idgham kabir, every other idgham, we must have sukoon on the first letter and haraka on the second. Mashi? Let's see these examples, and I want to see how you guys we're gonna apply the idgham for Shu'bah in these words. Yalla, let's start the first word. So what are the two words? The two words and their derivatives. These two words and their derivatives. اتخذت and أخذت. اتخذت and أخذت. Okay. أخذت, أخذت, أخذتم. See? أخذت, أخذت, أخذتم. اتخذت, اتخذتم. Okay. So how does he read it? اتخذت. Drop the first, stress the second. اتخذتم. اتخذت. أخذت. أخذتم. Okay. أخذتهم. أخذتهم. Okay. Yalla. Let's read the first example, Mustafa.
Should I read in Shu'bah, right? Shu'bah and then
Shu'bah.
Shu'bah. ثم أخذت الذين كفروا.
Second one, Nabil. Here, there are some tricks, huh? There are some tricks. So I want you to move your brain, like not just like just copy. Yalla. Read from here. Where yalla ماشي, second one.
فلما أخذتهم
Abdul
The third one, right?
يلا.
ثم أخذتهم.
No, here, this one.
فلما أخذتهم الرجف.
إبراهيم.
فلما أخذتهم الرجل. I don't know.
مصطفى.
فلما أخذتهم الرجفة.
So you learned from them. So you almost fell like them. So you guys all fell in that trap. No idgham here. No idgham. Does the dal have sukoon? Huh? No idgham here, right? So this was just a trap here. No idgham ya akhi. But I'm gonna keep it for coming classes. So no idgham here. The condition first is sakin ya akhi. First is sakin. Yalla, next example ya Nabil.
ثم أخذتهم
heavier خاء.
ثم أخذتهم فكيف كان عقاب.
خاء همزة light خاء heavy.
أخذتهم فكيف كان عقاب.
Third example يا عبد المعز.
أمليت للكافرين ثم أخذتهم.
يلا next إبراهيم. يقول. يلا يا إبراهيم.
Sorry, Sheikh. يقول يا ليتني أخذت مع الرسول.
What do you see it?
Sorry, Sheikh.
يلا read it again.
Okay. يقول يا ليتني اتخذت مع الرسول.
When you drop همزة الوصل يا أخي.
يا ليتني اتخذت مع الرسول.
Move the laptop a little bit so that I can see your mouth, how you're saying the letters. يلا.
يا ليتني اتخذت مع الرسول سبيلا.
Okay, I hope you will not say this. I hope none of us will say this on the day of judgment. He will say, I wish I took a path with the messenger. May Allah not make us of those who will say these words. Okay, next one, ya Nabil.
قال لئن اتخذت إلها غيري.
يلا next one, Mustafa.
كمثل العنكبوت اتخذت بيتا.
No idgham, right? There's just a trick there. يلا next one يا عبد المعز.
ثم اتخذتم العجل.
Right. So all of you read these words, all of you one by one. أخذت اتخذت أخذتم اتخذتم. So that you read all of them. يلا quickly go Nabil. Wait a minute. Let's say اتخذت and اتخذت. Let me put them so you have read all of them. Let's put them here. So اتخذت and اتخذت and أخذت الذين كفروا and اتخذتم and what else? أخذتم أخذتهم أخذتهم. Right? اتخذت اتخذت اتخذتم أخذت and أخذتهم. 1 2 3 4 5 5 words. So that I make sure we read all of them. 1 أخذت اتخذت أخذتم اتخذتم. What's the word he's missing here? أخذت اتخذت اتخذت. He did not write اتخذت. Okay. أخذت اتخذت اتخذت أخذتم اتخذتم. أخذت اتخذت اتخذت. أخذتم and اتخذتم. أخذتم and أخذتم. There's no أخذتم. أخذتم أخذتم. Yeah, there is أخذتم. يلا. So let's add all of them. أخذتم. يلا. Read it just in Shu'bah as one line quickly. اتخذت 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 أخذت اتخذتم أخذتهم and أخذتم.
You put a zal over there. In the last one, أخذتهم.
Here?
In the last one.
Yeah, this is the last one.
Yeah, you put a zal. Oh, no, sorry. I was thinking of something else. Sorry.
Yeah. يلا, let's read.
No, sorry. I was thinking of something else. Sorry.
يلا, go ahead.
اتخذت
اتخذت
اتخذت اتخذت أخذت اتخذت.
This is a verb, and Hamzat Wasl in verbs should be based on, should have a kasra, should never have a fatha, right? يلا. Next word.
اتخذتم.
اتخذتم. يا أخي يا حبيبي.
اتخذتم. Sorry.
And what?
أخذتهم.
Then what?
I'm sorry, Sheikh, it's been a long day. أخذتم.
أخذتم. Yeah. يلا. مصطفى.
اتخذت اتخذت أخذت اتخذتم أخذتهم أخذتم.
يلا معز.
اتخذت اتخذت أخذت اتخذتم أخذتهم and أخذتم.
يلا إبراهيم.
اتخذت اتخذت أخذت اتخذتم أخذتهم أخذتم.
ماشي. Any question? So that's the first word or couple of words. Okay. Imam Shatibi rahimahullah ta'ala, he mentioned them here. He said, اتخذتم أخذتم. اتخذتم أخذتم. Okay. Where is this word? I'm not being able to remember. فيما أخذتم عذاب عظيم. That's it. Okay. Next word that Sheikh Tawfiq mentions here. Okay. For idgham of the noon into the ra and the lam into the ra, we already mentioned them when we talked about sakit, right? When we said Shu'bah doesn't make sakit in man raq and bal rana, he doesn't make sakit. What does he do instead? Huh? Keep your mic unmuted and answer, guys. What does he do? And instead of man raq and bal rana, he doesn't make sakit. What does he do instead?
Idgham.
Idgham, right? Idgham. So we already mentioned that, and we're gonna mention it here again, just to remember. When you remember, when you mention there's idgham for Shu'bah, you're gonna remember these two examples as well. But remember in Barrana, he's gonna make imala for the ra, barrina, barrina. Now, how do you connect noon wal qalam, ya Sheikh Mustafa, in Hafs? Noon wal qalam.
نون والقلم وما.
How do you do that in Shu'bah? Who knows? The original rule here is idgham, isn't it? Noon noon sakin followed by waw. Same thing with Yasin wal Quran al Hakim. Yasin, noon sakin followed by waw. Both of them idgham with ghunna, right or no? But in Hafs, we don't apply idgham with ghunna there. We apply what instead? Izhar.
Yes.
In Shu'bah, you follow the rule in this case. So you're gonna make idgham. Who knows how?
نون والقلم.
I see half of your face.
نون.
No. How نونيو? In idgham, you add a kasra in idgham. Do you say نونيو والقلم like this? Yalla, who can apply? Just apply idgham. Just drop the noon, stress the waw, and add ghunna.
Is it نون والقلم?
Say?
نون والقلم.
Yeah, say it.
نون والقلم.
Yeah, but you're not showing the ghunna when there's ghunna, when there's no ghunna. Nabil, where are you? Are you still here?
Yes, I'm here.
I don't see you.
I can't turn on my camera right now, Sheikh.
Yalla, Abdul Mu'azz. Is it desert time? Okay. Yalla, Abdul Mu'azz.
نون والقلم.
Say it one more time.
نون.
How do you say no? Make it pure without ghunna. No.
نون والقلم.
When it was the ghunna time, the sound was cut off. Anyway, it seems you're doing it right. No, Ibrahim. That's how the no ghunna. No, wal. Tamam. Drop the noon, stress the waw with ghunna. No, wal. You see where the ghunna exactly is? So you're going to say no wal qalam. Yasin wal sin wal. Idgham with ghunna. Okay? نون والقلم وما يسطرون. Any question? يلا start يا مصطفى. هات.
What should I start, Sheikh?
Huh?
You only say the example? First
Yeah.
say the example.
Yeah.
Oh. نون والقلم
Yasin.
ياسين
Your sound of fatha.
والقرآن ياسين والقرآن
Yeah, just 6 حركات. يلا عبد المعز.
نون والقلم ياسين والقرآن
إبراهيم.
نون والقلم ياسين والقرآن.
يلا. You know, I told you this when you were reading those surah before, right? Even before we do Shu'bah, I told you some qira'at we do this way, right? Yalla, Nabil.
نون والقلم ياسين والقرآن.
Yeah, you should say well Quran. Mash. Any questions so far? So that's idgham. That is idgham for Shu'bah. That's where Shu'bah differs with Hafiz in making idgham in these words. Marraq and Barrena, we already explained that, right? So far, how many usul you have? How many usul? Huh?
3.
3. We have 3. Now we move to number 4, and I think we will not have more time to do more than number 4. Number 4, I prepared for you number 5 as well, but we're going to take only number 4, I think. Number 4, al-imalatul kubra. Al-imala. Al-imala, he said al-imala, he didn't say al-imala al-kubra because that's another term. Imala, we have 2 types of imala. First of all, what is imala? أن تقرب الفتحة أن تقترب أو تقرب الفتحة من الكسرة والألف من الياء. The fatha comes closer to the kasra and the alif comes closer to the ya. So the imala, pronouncing a sound, listen, between alif and ya. Right, ya Mustafa? Between alif and ya. In the middle. That's alif. They call it fatah. What do they call it? They say this is bil fatah. When they say bil fatah means no imala, normal. Understand? So that's bil fatah. That's imala. That's ya. Right, ya Sheikh? That's fatah. That's imala. That's ya. Now this imala, 2 types. So we're gonna go back. That's fatah. Imala sughra, minor imala. Imala kubra, major imala. Ya. What is this?
ألف.
Fatah or alif. Fatah or alif, right? What is this?
صغرى.
Imala sughra or taqleel. What do they call it? Taqleel. So you say, Imam Shafi'i, for example, says, قللها ورش. قللها. قللها means what? He made taqleel. So, fatah or alif or fatah. إمالة صغرى or تقليل. والضحى ضحى ضحى. Okay. أعمى ما. Warsh makes تقليل. Ibn Amir in some words. Many قراء they make تقليل. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد. إمالة صغرى major. So إمالة صغرى also is called تقليل, right? تقليل. Now إمالة كبرى. إمالة كبرى. ري لي مجريها. We have only one word in Hafs, right? مجري. That's إمالة كبرى. Close to the ya. Then ya. Okay. These are the types of imala. So imala sughra is taqleel, and when they say imala in general, or they say amala, he made imala, they mean what? Which type of imala they mean? Al-kubra,
Kubra.
the major imala. So here in the book, he put a dark dot under the letter to tell you that there's an imala in that letter. Let's see how many words does Hafs have imala in, Shu'bah have imala in. He has, I put them in 10 points for you. I put them in 10 points just to remember that they are 10, okay? I just put some with each other, so just you have a number, like you remember 10 points of imala for Shu'bah. The first one, الحروف المقطعة حي طهرة, only حي طهرة. He makes imala in all of them. طه. So حي طهرة, these 5 letters, whenever you find them in the beginning of the surah as حروف مقطعات, the separately pronounced letters, and the beginning of those surah, you're gonna make imala for those letters, only for those letters, حي طهرة. And you know those letters, how many harakat we make for them, mad? Huh? 2 harakat. We make 2 harakat for those letters, right? And we don't pronounce hamza with them, right? So we say the names of the letters without hamza and with 2 harakat mad. That's the rule of reading those letters. So you're gonna say in Hafiz, ha, ya, ta, ha, ra. Now in Shu'bah, he, not he, imala kubra. He, ye, ياسين والقرآن الحكيم. So it was, all of us were wrong when we said Yasin wal Quran, right? So it should have been what? Yasin wal Quran, right? Same thing with Hamim, طه, Alif Lam Re, Re. And remember with Imala Kubra, you're gonna make what? You're gonna make the ra white. Re, Re. طب يلا. Read all those 5 letters with Imala just by themselves. يلا go يا نبي.
He, ye, te, he, re.
يلا مصطفى.
A, ye, طي, he, ري.
عبد المعز.
حي ي طي هي ري.
إبراهيم.
حي ي طي هي ري.
He,
ري.
Re. Okay. Rama, the word Rama, whether you stop on it or you connect it in Surah Al-Anfal, وَلَكِنَّ اللَّهَ رَمِي. What do you make imala for? You have to know exactly what do you make, not reme, huh? Reme, re, no. Ra, me, fathatul mim. Guys, pay attention. Rami, Rami, okay? Rami. Yalla, quickly, Nabil. All of you in turn.
Rome,
رمي.
رمي
رمي.
أعمى. سورة الإسراء أعمى. ومن كان في هذه أعمى. أعمي. 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 In the 2 places.
أعمي,
يلا يا مصطفى.
أعمي.
أعمي.
عمي.
Okay, listen to me. You don't need to write anything unless I tell you. So now I'm walking, I'm just following the book, okay? Then I'm gonna tell you, I can share with you this file, which is the Word file. It has the, like, if you like, the summary. So other than that, just if there are general notes, I think you can take them. Otherwise, I think it's better to pay attention here. Okay, we're done with A'me. Suwa, only when you stop. Suwa and Suda. Suwa and Suda only when you stop. I put them together. Suwa and Suda. Makanan suwe. Suwe. Right? أيحسب الإنسان أن يترك سدى. سدى. يلا. Only وقفنا. You have to pay attention to this condition only when you stop. يلا.
مكانا سوى أيحسب الإنسان أن يترك سدى
مكانا سوى أيحسب الإنسان أن يترك سدى.
What was the first one? The ayah?
مكانا سوى.
مكانا سوى أيحسب الإنسان أن يترك سدى.
مكانا سوى أيحسب الإنسان أن يترك سدى.
Okay. تمام. How do you connect سدى? أيحسب الإنسان أن يترك سدى. Then what? So how do you connect that? Who's gonna try? يلا.
سودان ألم يكن.
Say it.
سودان ألم يكن.
سدى ألم يكن. Right? أيحسب الإنسان أن يترك سدى ألم يكن. Right? سوى فاجعل بيننا وبينك موعدا لا نخلفه نحن ولا أنت مكانا سوى. Then what? قال. Right? قال موعدكم. So you're gonna say what? مكانا سوى قال موعدكم. Right? سورة التوبة على شفا جرف هير. هير على شفا جرف هير. light راء. هير. Right? هير مع ترقيق الراء. يلا.
على شفا جرف هير
على جرف هار.
على جرف أو على شفا جرف؟
على شفا جرف هار.
على شفا جرف هير.
على شفا جرف هار.
Okay. أدراك and أدراكم. Here you need to add أدراكم just to make sure you know it, you have it. أدراكم. وما أدريك. أدريكم. أدريكم. يلا.
أدريك you said أدريكم أدريك أدريكم
أدريك أدريكم.
أدريك أدريكم.
أدريك أدريكم.
برانا we already explained it, right? برينا. برينا. You guys read it? يلا read it.
برينا
برينا.
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 سورة الإسراء ونأى بجانبه. ونأى only the hamza, the fatha of the hamza. ونأى بجانبه. ونأى.
ونائي بجانبه
ونأي بجانبه.
ونأي بجانبه.
ونأي بجانبه.
Okay. Finally, the ra in the word ra'a, ra'a and ra'ahu and ra'aha. Okay. We have two cases. If there is fatha, إذا وقع بعدها متحرك. If there is a letter with حركة after it, you're gonna make imala for three of them. رئي. فلما رئي كوكبا. رئي كوكبا. There is متحرك afterwards. If there's متحرك afterwards, whether you stop or you connect, you're gonna make imala for 3 of them: the ra, the hamza, and the alif. Re, a, right? But if there is sakin afterwards, you're gonna also make imala for 3 of them when you stop. Because when you stop, as if there is nothing after it, so it became just like the first case. So when you stop, whether there is sakin after ra'a or mutaharrik, same thing. You're gonna make imala for 3 of them, for the ra and the hamza and the alif. Re. Now, if there is, for example, ra'a al-qamara, what's after ra'a? There's sukun, which is sukun of hamza, sukun of lam al-ta'rif, right? Ra'a al-qamara. If you stop on ra'a al-qamara here on ra'a, you're gonna make imala. Re. Now, if you connect ra'a al-qamara here, what do we do? Of course, we have to drop the alif so to avoid the 2 consecutive sukoons, right? So what's left? The ra and the hamza. Ra-al. So here you're gonna make imala only for the ra. Okay? You're gonna make imala only for the ra. So you're gonna say what? Re-al. Okay? So أما وصلا فيميل فتحة الراء فقط ويحذف الألف لالتقاء الساكنة وتبقى الهمزة مفتوحة. You keep the hamza مفتوحة. رئال. فلما رئى القمر رئى الشمس رئي. If you stop. رئي كوكبا الرئيه. There is متحرك after it. الرئيه استغنى فلما رئيها تهتز. رئيها. Okay, that's it. These are the examples. He did not mention them here. I got them for you. I wrote them for you. Let's read them. Finally, or let's read them first, then we come to the last word. Let's read them. So we have, read for me, رأى القمر رأى كوكبا رآها رآك وإذا رئيك الذين كفروا إن يتخذونك إلا, right? And الرئيه. يلا, read for me these examples. يلا, start. Let's take just one of them here. يلا, both of them, because one of them قمرية, one of them شمسية. يلا guys, quickly.
رئي القمر رئي الشمس. So the hamza is going to be pronounced normally, right?
Yeah, because here after we drop hamza, we drop the alif to avoid the 2 consecutive sukoon, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we make imala only for the ra. يلا.
So رئي القمر.
Exactly. رئى القمر.
Okay. رئي القمر رئي الشمس رئي كوكبا رئيها.
Yeah, here after ra'a there is متحرك. So رئيها.
رئيها. رئيك الرئيه.
Yeah, say it.
الرئيه استغنى.
يلا, quickly guys, يلا, quickly. We have to go for Maghrib. يلا, Mustafa.
رأى القمر.
And remember, here, if you stop on Ra'a al-Qamar, on Ra'a here, you're going to say what? Re'e, right? If you stop on them, in case of stopping, all of them, Re'e. You're going to make imala for all of them. Only when there is sakin after it, you're going to make the imala only for the Ra. That's the summary. Yalla, Mustafa, quickly.
رأى القمر رأى الشمس
رئة.
رأى الشمس.
next يلا.
رأى كوكبا. رأى كوكبا.
رئة.
رأى كوكبا.
next.
رئيها. رئيك. الرآه. الرآه استغنى.
يلا عبد المعز.
رئ القمر
no
رئ
you're not following.
رئ القمر رئ الشمس رئيكب رئيها رئيك الرئيه استغنى.
يلا إبراهيم.
رأى القمر رأى الشمس رأى كوكبا رأيها رأيك الرئيه استغنى.
light ها الرئيه.
الرئيه استغنى.
Okay, finally مجراها in Hafs we read it what مجريها. He doesn't make imala there. No imala, and he makes dhamma for the meme and fatha for the ra. Dhamma for the meme, fatha for the ra, and no imala. So he will read it how?
مجراها.
مجراها. قال اركبوا فيها بسم الله مجراها ومرساها. remember like مرساها. مجراها ومرساها. All of you read this word.
مجراها.
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 إبراهيم.
مجراها.
Any question, guys? We're done with 4 usul. The imala, there are 10 points in the imala. I put them in 10 points. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. صلى اللهم على سيدنا محمد وآله وأصحابه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين. يلا catch مغرب. السلام عليكم. If you have any question, text me please.
Oh, okay. So,
Any question about something we said today?
no, it's the document. You said.
Yeah, can you send the document?
يلا
Yeah,
remind me.
that helps a lot.
Remind me to
Whenever
see you إن شاء الله.
okay.
يلا السلام عليكم.
Well,